Welcome to San Marcos, Texas, home of the Texas State Bobcats, a place widely known as one of the continuously inhabited sites in America, and we expect our crowd to continually inhabit and make their presence known in this game. Maybe you need a little caffeine, or maybe the sheer energy of this matchup will keep you wide awake, as we know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Air Force Falcons, taking on a team from the Sun Belt, the Texas State Bobcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Falcons will kick it away to start. Fielded in the end zone. It's the Sparks. Nice job by the... Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Defense better dig in for the run. Heavy formation is there. Power football with the run. On the move at the 30. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. I wonder how much fun this is for him. The head coach trying to take down the old alma mater across the way.
Yeah, I think these are always mixed emotions, and how you feel about this, playing your old squad like it's something about them.
Fires it into a crowd, and it's picked off.
Intercepted by Air Force. And they'll take over first and 10.
The offense set for a first down play. He wants to throw. Oh, he's going to go up top. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Running toward the tape. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Falcons. Ready to try the point after. And the extra point makes it 7-0. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone.
7, Texas State, 0.
Coming out with it, it's Sparks. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive, David.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. He wants to throw here on second down. Trying to escape and get it himself. Really nice job by this sophomore quarterback to pick up the first down with the run. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback will audible. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Fires on the move. Oh, picked off. Got room on the return. The 10. Touchdown, Air Force. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I show you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play, but defense, great job making the interception, and you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Sparks. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right at it.
And down he goes back at the 3.
Defensively, you got them backed up. There's two options that they're going to do. They're going to run the football and be conservative, or they're going to try to take shots down the field. They tried to take a shot. Defense was ready. Nice pass rush. Way to get to the QB and get after that sucker.
He's looking for a man on second down. Got his man downfield. Really nice gain. Gets it out across the 20. It'll be a first down at the 22.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
Handoff to the single back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Line gets set, first down. Leaves it with the running back. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Now on second down. He's looking to throw. Buying some time. He'll pull it down and run. At the 35, he's open. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The Bobcats are rolling down the field. Pulls and throws off the RPO. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
One of the most difficult things about this slot receiver is his shiftiness and his athleticism. He's very, very difficult to tackle after the catch.
Pocket starts to collapse. And they... sack.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge. And that don't necessarily mean from defensive ends, but from the outside linebackers. These guys get in their sprinter stances, and they come off the ball. That outside linebacker showed you his speed right there.
Unloads it left. Makes the grab. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
Hard work pays off, guys. These offenses work so hard week in, week out, working on those critical down and distances, third downs, and having that conversion.
Oh, it's loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance to... Everywhere, it's a turnover.
It's raining in this game. It's making the football slick and slippery. You know ball security is going to be a massive issue. Both coaching staffs have preached about that to their teams in the locker rooms before taking the field. And these guys really need to do a better job of holding on to the football.
Looking to pass. It's Wimsatt. A little screen to the running back. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit them for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. And the Bobcats come to the line with a new set of downs. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line.
Brings up second down.
They have had the ball for a week and a half. Play number 10 coming up. On second down, wants to throw. Using the quick game. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come in.
And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
On second down, looking to throw. Quickly complete. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Coming after him. He's got it. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
The Bobcats come to the line in the hurry-up. On the ground. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
So the 16-play drive and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
I think tackling is about effort most of the time. It's about how much passion, how much physicality you can bring to get your guy on the ground. Refuse not to get him on the ground. That's not a big back. You got to get that guy on the ground. You can't let him pick up an extra couple yards and stay ahead of the sticks.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Air Force 14, Texas State 8.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Trying to beat him to the left. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the linebacker's showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
This defense will try to keep everything in front. Dropping back, it's Hayes. Looking to buy time. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Flushed out of the pocket. On the run, fires downfield. He's got it, and they convert. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it.
He'll take the deep shot. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
Well, they hooked up already once for a score today, so the quarterback's going back to him again deep down the field, but it falls incomplete.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Falcons!
Number 6, with the grab and the score.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they stretch the lead to 13. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. UAB went on the road and silenced one of the most vocal crowds in football. And it's clear this Blazers team has adopted the mantra, let your play do the talking. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there.
You don't get very many opportunities to finish the play with a quarterback. A lot of times they're protected so well nowadays, but when he's a ball carrier, it's fair game, and what a great job bringing the wood.
Shakes off the tackler. He'll toss it. Oh, look out, there he goes. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. We wind inside 4 minutes to play in the half. Quarterback checking the play. He's going to pass. Gets it out fast. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. Got the completion on the last play, still some work to do on second down. Fast motion from the offense. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Each brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
And he keeps it himself. A good decision there, and it gives this offense a first down. And the Bobcats are marching down the field. To the air, it's Wimsatt. He's moving out of the pocket. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
Get the quarterback off his spot. Make him flush from the pocket. Put a good hit on him. Check, check, check. You want to do everything you can to make the QB uncomfortable. The defense did all three of those on this play and finished it off with a nice lick, nice physical play on the quarterback.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Oh, batted into the air and picked off. Taking it the other way. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And if that don't light your fire, your wood is wet. The best play on a field is when the big boy, the most athletic people on the field, the defensive linemen, make game-changing, awesome, super athletic interceptions.
Determined effort to pick up 6 and get it inside the red zone and down to the 16.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
The give to the back. Trying to run it in the red zone. He's got 4, and he's down at the 12.
I think you run that play on second down knowing it's going to make third down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know third down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. A 1st down run on the doorstep. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. 2nd and goal for the offense. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. What a disappointment. No good. After the missed field goal, this lead's still sitting at 13.
That's just a chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Throws to the wideout. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Oh, man, the quarterback almost just threw his 2nd interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked up.
Sticking with the running game and finding enough space to get 8, it leaves them with a 4th and 2. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. The Bobcats will call on their punt team. It's a fake. He's going to throw it. Fires to the right. And the pass hits, picked off. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
Unloads it downfield. And it's picked off at the goal line. Bringing it back. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
If you don't have good vision, you're not going to be a middle-of-the-field safety. You got a lot of ground to cover from hash to hash. You better be able to see the quarterback. You better be able to see routes and break on the football. Nice job seeing the formation, seeing the route.
He can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Looks as if we're set to crank it up here in the second half. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Defense in press coverage. At the 40, there he goes. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. The Falcons come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle from us?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you go fill it.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. And the Falcons want to crank the tempo. Defense playing a bail technique. Looking to scramble. He'll turn it loose out to the right. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be fourth down.
Man, that's a big missed opportunity. But listen, once you get past the 50, offensive coordinators, that's when they want to dial up shot plays. You got a little bit of space on the field still left. Everything's not condensed tight like when you get in the red zone. You take those shots, but man, your receiver has to make that play for you.
Makes the catch. He's got enough. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on fourth down. You're in the third quarter, second half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. You just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the second half. Someone had to step up and make a play, and they just couldn't get it done.
All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down. Wide out in motion. From the gun, the running back looking for room. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and force a tackle for a loss.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Just trying to power it ahead. They pick up 5, ball spotted at the 12. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. Good, right down the boulevard. And that will extend their lead even further. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. Out of the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. One final play before the end of the quarter. Here's the handoff. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Back to throw, it's Wimsatt. Fires to the wideout. What a snag by the defense. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. He looked as if he thought he had it all the way, and this junior makes a play. The Falcons line it up with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I think coming into this season, they thought in order to have success, we have got to be able to run the ball and get this guy going. He hasn't scored yet this year, but a golden opportunity right now to finally break the seal.
Oh, he missed it. No good. And despite the missed field goal, the lead still at 16 points. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Gets it out quickly. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. They'll run play action. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. He chucks one out to the right. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. This attack so lethal with that big play capability. Now 1st and 10 from the 29. Scanning the field, it's Wimsatt. It's complete to the left. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
2nd down coming up. Looking to throw it again. Unloads to the wideout. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
What a great job defending the comeback there by the defender, right? He was able to squat, transition, break on the ball, and knock it down. Could not have played that better.
Keeps the play going. They're bringing heat. Swings it out to his running back. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down. And the Bobcats look to keep this drive humming. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Trying to get to him. And the catch along the sideline will come up a little short of the 1st down.
Don't you just love the big boys? When the big boys up front do their job to create a great pocket, and the quarterback has time now to survey the field and take shots down the field and make huge plays.
He's looking to pass. They're working that left side. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of...
Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Back to pass, it's Wimsatt. Throws to the tight end. Touchdown, Texas State! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
Couldn't quite find the end zone as they stop them on the 2-point conversion and keep them from making this a 1-possession game. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
Well, at this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, deep in their own end, they're going to want to run the football, no doubt. The defense knows that, and they're going to be trying to rip it out, seeing if they can get a takeaway to set up their offense in great field position. So ball security right here has got to be big.
They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. They'll go right back to the run. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. This is a big 3rd down. If they can move the chains, they can just about salt this game away. Looking to throw, it's Hayes. Throws to the wideout. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. And the Falcons getting set on 1st and 10. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, the offense is running towards the open grass, right? They're going toss play to the field, but way too much penetration defensively, forcing that tackle for loss.
Right back to the well. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Using his feet to buy time. He fires it out to the right. It's complete. A huge pickup.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things that are going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the better team today.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.